What's up, guys? Good morning. I actually just got back from the vet. Got little Bastardo over here, doing good. His little Fu Manchu mustache. It's been quite the day. Started out earlier getting gas on the way to the vet here in Rivera at Snappy's, and there was a car that was parked there. I pull up next to it. It was a Chevy Cavalier, maybe something like that. It had Mexican license plates on it from Mexico, and there was a woman and a man standing there looking confused. They had the green handle inside their car, and I'm thinking, I sure hope that car is a diesel car. I don't know how they make them in Mexico or not, but I wouldn't be putting diesel inside of a little Chevy like that. And like I said, they looked confused. They had some kids inside the back seat. I went and pumped my gas, went inside. I told the cashier, I said, I think those people out there may be putting diesel inside their car, and I don't think that's a diesel car out there. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know how they make them in Mexico, but I went and told her. Then I went outside, and as I was walking back to my truck, they kind of looked up, and I said, do y'all need some help? And you can tell they didn't know a lick of English, which doesn't surprise me. And we're only 2.5 hours from the border, so this is, people drive through all the time from Mexico. Most of them can barely speak English, and it's hard to communicate with a lot of them. But I tried my best with them, and I said, did you put the green handle inside your car? They didn't know what I was trying to say. So there was another gentleman in the parking lot, and I asked him for help just to go over there and talk to him. And he went up to him and asked him, I guess in Spanish, what they were doing. And by this time I was already in my truck getting ready to go, and I had looked at their pump. They had already had $33 pumped. I don't know if it was from the previous person pumping or if it was from them, but if it was them, I sure hope their car's not messed up. So I just blows my mind. Hopefully, like I said, maybe they make them diesel powered in Mexico, who knows. But anyways, went to the vet. It was a good visit. Asked the doctor where he learned his dance moves from. Like I said, last time I was there, one of the receptionists said that there's some TikToker that goes in there, and I looked at some videos. They were doing some dance moves with the doc, and I just jokingly said, "Where'd you learn them dance moves?" And he said, "I grew up down here," because he was dancing some Spanish music, and he was just laughing about it. And he asked how Baxter was doing. I said he's doing good. Still can't walk or stand, but he is alert. When you put some pressure against his paws, he does put pressure back against them. If you're trying to move his legs around, you can see, or you can feel in your hand, his claws will start going like this. So he does have a little bit of movement there, and the doc said that was good. Any progress is good. And he said he wanted to try something different this time. So typically the laser treatment is only 3 minutes. So like I said, it's a full morning's drive over there and back and stuff for a 3-minute process. And like I said, as long as it's helping him out, that's all that matters. What's up, buddy? So anyways, they upped it this time, and we did about, I think, 12 minutes or so. And typically they, see if I can hold him up here. So typically they focus right here behind the ears down to just behind his shoulder blade. So probably about a, I don't know, 4-inch section that they've been focusing on. And this time they said they want to do the full back. So that's what we did. Baxter was shaking at first. I don't know if he was just scared or what, but after about a minute or so, he calmed down and was pretty still the rest of the time when they were doing it. So I'm guessing it was feeling good on him. And they said next time I go in Monday at 9 a.m. again. So they're going to do the same kind of treatment this time. It's going to be a longer one. And as you can see, he's moving his neck and stuff around real good. So if we can get those legs working, that's what we're trying our hardest to do. And he hasn't eaten anything today. He didn't drink anything. His appointment was at 9, so we had to leave here. I leave here just after 8 o'clock in the morning, and Baxter doesn't like to get out of bed early, so I tried to get him to drink. I tried putting some wet food out. He just wasn't hungry, and then we got back probably 10 minutes ago, and same thing. I forced him to drink a little bit of water, and then he didn't want to eat anything. So I'm sure he's not going to pass up any other meals the rest of the day. That's for sure. He's too much of a chunk not to want food. So I'll offer it up again here in a little bit. And speaking of food, a Texas staple, Whataburger. The food was good. The service was terrible. I would not recommend going to the Falfurrias Whataburger. Sorry if you're from that town or local or something, but man, those people are terrible there. I don't know if this right here triggered some people there, but oh my gosh. Got my food. Oh, I ordered my food through the drive-thru. I typically don't eat out a lot because it's so freaking expensive. I was just hungry, and I got a bob, a breakfast on a bun, and I got to the window, and for some reason the lady, she would open it up real quick, take something, and then she would shut the door, and then she would lock it with a key right in front of me. I don't know what the heck she was doing, but she didn't even say much to me. It was kind of weird. Like, it was just like, here's your shit, I'm gonna lock the door real quick on you. I was like, all right, that's kind of weird. Did that 2 times because I had to give her my card. She did that, and then when she was giving it back, she instantly locked it. That could be their policy. I don't know. I've never seen a Whataburger lock their window like that with a key. I guess to call it so people don't jump in or something. I don't know, but the lady had told me, pull forward over there in the front of the building and we'll get your food out there, because they were busy, and that's typically what they do. Restaurants will say, hey, park out front and we'll get you your food. So I literally pulled up 15, 20 feet away from where the window was, right where she pointed to park, and I backed in and parked there and waited. And I waited, and I was sitting there, looking at the drive-thru, and I could see people behind me going through, getting their food and stuff, and the one truck that was directly behind me pulled up where I was, just behind me, and she came out, gave him his food and looked at me, and then walked right back in, didn't say a word, didn't acknowledge me, and I'm sitting in the parking lot for about 15 minutes. That's pretty long for fast food. So I was just waiting. I mean, I'm just chilling, had nothing else to do. And finally I was like, all right, it's taking a little bit long. So I walked inside, and there was 2 gentlemen standing there waiting for their food. And the manager, I don't know if he was having a bad day, hates his job, or all the above, but they were messing up orders, and he'd messed up the 2 orders that the 2 guys were standing there. And once they finally got their stuff, I said, yeah, I ordered my food through the drive-thru. The lady told me to pull up in the front, and I did, and I never got my food. He says, you drove off. I said, what are you talking about? I said, my truck is literally right here. I said, I haven't even left her. He said, you drove off. We've had your food here the whole time. You just left. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, the lady even walked out, looked at my vehicle, saw me, because she knew that I was in front of the truck that she just handed food to, and then went back inside and just ignored me. And I was like, what are you doing? And the guy was being rude with me, and I said, you don't have to be rude with me, because he was being more rude than he should have been. And just like every other restaurant, there's old people that have their coffee and stuff. There was 2 gentlemen and 2 of their wives, I'm assuming, having coffee, and they were just shaking their heads because the guy was being rude. And I just said, I was like, you don't have to be rude. And I said, I don't know what else. I said something about like, it's crazy that you're acting like this. And like I said, your food was just sitting here. And I said, yeah, and so was I. Like, I was waiting on it. And after I told him that he was being rude, and he kind of popped up, I said, that's probably why you work at Whataburger and don't have another job, and just walked out. But those people, I'm surprised those old people didn't say something, but he was extremely rude to me. And I don't know, if you're ever in Fowl at that Whataburger, I would just drive on by. I would not go there because that guy's an asshat. So anyways, have good customer service. My goodness, it's not that hard. Just give the food, smile, and move on. Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you have to take it out on customers. So anyways, that's how my day was. It's just still getting started. I might go mow the family estate over there today. The knee is still hurting me. I'm not sure if Matt and Dad want to help me out on the roof today. If so, we'll do that. If not, I totally understand. Maybe we'll wait another day or so for my knee to be healed up a little bit better, and then I can move around and do this stuff more. But I am still using crutches, not all the time, but I use that. I use the electric bike, which is back here, to kind of go around the yard and stuff, and just kind of take it as easy as possible while still getting stuff done. So anyways, that's how my morning went. It was a fun-filled morning. I will admit the food was good at Whataburger. Service was terrible. And then overall, Baxter seems to be doing good. I'm gonna try to see if I can get him to eat here in a second. So appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for all the kind words. Have not looked at the comments on the main channel's video I put out last night, and I apologize it was late. it was taking forever to upload. I started it at around 12:30, and I think it was around 7 o'clock when it ended, and then it has to put the ads and stuff in, so that's why it was after 8 o'clock that I put out the video, so I apologize. So anyways, appreciate y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye bye, guys.